Hey, what it do, Sports World? Welcome to the Real Untouchable Podcast with me, Ray Diggs. Man, I want to talk about who do I think is going to be the best wide receiver that was drafted in this 2024 NFL draft, which is just the first round. I'm talking about the first round wide receivers. I'm not going to talk about the second round because it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of really, really good um, wide receivers in this draft. You got the Marvin Harrison Jr. You have the Roma Duzier. You have the what's his name? What's the kid name from LSU? Neighbors, Malik Neighbors. Okay, you have some really good wide receivers that was in this draft, but you also have Mitchell from Texas. Um, he has not been drafted yet. I think this kid is going to be a ball. But like I said, you have Malik Neighbors, the wide receiver from LSU. You have Marvin Harrison Jr., the wide receiver from Ohio State. Brian, what's the kid name? Brian Thomas, the other wide receiver that's on the other side from LSU. And also you have Xavier Worthy, the wide receiver from Texas. Okay, who do I think is going to have a better career? It's going to be who I think is going to get the ball the most. Okay, when you look at, and also Roma Duzier. Okay, you have Roma Duzier he went to the Chicago Bears. So it's about who is going to get the ball the most. So when I look at Roma Duzier, right? He went to the Chicago Bears. I think that was a really really good pick. But will he get the ball more with Keenan Allen and DJ Moore? I just don't know. Now Malik Neighbors is going to get the ball a lot with the Giants but the Giants don't have a quarterback that can consistently get him the ball. Okay, when I look at Marvin Harrison Jr., okay, Marvin Harrison Jr. is a big physical wide receiver, and that's why I think he's going to be the best wide receiver in this draft right here. Is because he's big, he's fast, and he also got Kyler Murray, who's going to get him the ball, and he's going to get the ball a lot. Why? Because he's probably their best wide receiver already as a rookie. Okay, so that's why I think Marvin Harrison Jr. have a bigger upside. He's probably going to be the most complete wide receiver at least out of these first round receivers. Now, Roma Duzier have a chance to be it. I do think that Brian Thomas could get the ball a lot for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but I just don't know. But I think that he could get the ball a lot. But Xavier Worthy, I don't think he's going to get the ball and like people think he is. I think a lot of people are looking at this kid because of his speed. Is he like Tyreek? He's not built like Tyreek. He's actually a smaller wideout. Okay, he's really he's really like honestly, Kansas City got a lot of wide receivers that's the same. Like when you look at a lot of their wideouts, they're really the same. Like Kadarius Toney is just like Xavier Worthy. They're both the same. They both are the same players in college. So when I look at Kansas City, when I look at Xavier Worthy, I'm like, he's a small wideout. Okay, 5'11", 165 pounds. I mean, yeah, he ran a 4.2, but when you're playing against, in his pro comparison is Deshaun Jackson, I can see that. But like I said, going to Kansas City, I think Kansas City got a plan for it. I do. I think they have a plan for it, and I think that he can put up big numbers, maybe probably about 600, 700, maybe 800 yards. He can be a lot of things. Okay, so he can put up about 600, 700, 800 yards, maybe. But when I look at Marvin Harrison Jr., I'm looking at 1,000-yard wide receiver. Okay, same thing with Malik Neighbors. I think Malik Neighbors, I think he's going to be at least an 800, 900-yard receiver. Brian Thomas, I think he could be a good 800-yard receiver. His rookie year, Roma Duzier, same thing. Roma Duzier, depending on how they use him, he could easily be. And Roma Duzier is a big wideout. Okay, he's a 6'3", 212, 215-pound wideout. Okay, and a lot of people compare him, and I'm not saying I do, but a lot of people compare him to Ja'Marr Chase. Okay, and like I said, the kid is going to be a baller. He's going to get the ball. He's going to get the ball in different types of ways. Okay, because I'm pretty sure the Chicago did their homework on how to get this kid the ball. So I expect for Roma Duzier, I think that the number one wide receiver in this draft, in this first round, was Marvin Harrison Jr. But number two, I'm gonna go with Roma Duzier, and then I'll go with Malik Neighbors, and then I'll probably say Xavier Worthy, and then the fifth one. Okay, that's my rankings on what I think who would be the best wide receiver in the 2024 NFL draft. But I will come back tomorrow and I'll give you all a few more when the rest of these guys start getting drafted. I'll start talking a little bit more about because there's some good wideouts in this draft. Okay, like we got to understand that this is a very deep draft, especially when it comes down to the wide receiver position. And one of the guys that's probably going to be off the board early would be Mitchell, the wide receiver from Texas. I think that this kid right here, and also another wide receiver that a lot of people don't talk about, Lad McConkey. Okay, McConkey, the Georgia wide receiver. Now, if I'm the San Francisco 49ers, this is my opinion. I take McConkey. I take him with that. If you're going to take a wide receiver, if you're going to take that type of wide receiver in the first round, then McConkey could have clearly been your pick. Okay, that's just my opinion because I've seen McConkey do what he most likely going to do. He reminds me, he give me Cooper Kupp type of, vibes. Okay, and that's why I'm looking at it. And also Keon Coleman, the wide receiver from Florida State, and that's why I keep looking at the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots they have the second pick, and they have the second pick in the second round. So I expect for the New England Patriots to either go with McConkey, Mitchell, or even Keon Coleman with that number, with that second round draft pick. Okay. So what do y'all think, man? Y'all let me know what y'all think about this segment. Let me know what y'all think about the first round. What wide receivers do you all feel is going to be a primetime player? I say it's going to be Marvin Harrison Jr. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Until next time, y'all have a great, great, great night, y'all. Peace.